I was fortunate enough to be offered a chance to co-author a book called Protect and Defend. And in that book, I write about veterans and their problems. Veterans law is actually a very young area of the law comparatively. Back in 1988, Congress passed a law that changed how veterans and lawyers interacted. Up until that time, a lawyer could charge a fee of $10 to help a veteran with their claim. In 1988, Congress finally recognized that that was silly, and they changed the law. And what they did was they created a whole new court, the Court of Appeals for Veterans Claims. The court only hears cases from the Veterans Administration. At the same time they created the court, they changed the law so that a veteran could retain and pay an attorney at the point that his claim had been denied by the Board of Veterans' Appeals. Recently, in 2006, they changed the law again, and this time what they did was to change it so that a veteran can now hire and pay an attorney from the point that their claim is initially denied by the Veterans Department regional office. And that makes a huge difference. If you can represent someone at the point that they've been denied by the regional office, you can put together their case in such a way that they have a high likelihood of winning at the Board of Veterans' Appeals, and they don't have to spend the additional years waiting to go to the court, get the case remanded, and then present it in a good fashion. I jointly authored this book because America's veterans need better services. They do not have the advocacy that they need with the Department of Veterans Affairs. The whole point of the portion of the book that I wrote is about how veterans can benefit from better advocacy services and get better results in their disability claims with the VA. Veterans law is actually a very challenging area at this point in time, and that's because there are so many veterans from Afghanistan and from Iraq who are suffering from some kind of disability. The influx of these new claims has really overwhelmed the system so that it's very slow, it's bogged down in mountains of red tape, and there are related complications that make it a very challenging but very rewarding area to work in. The book was a bestseller on Amazon, so I was actually nominated and selected as an author to receive a Quilly Award from the National Academy of Best-Selling Authors. I got to go to Hollywood for that. It was just a very interesting experience. With the recent events in Iraq and Afghanistan and the large numbers of people who need assistance, we're actually working on changing the focus of our firm to put a much heavier emphasis on the veterans' disability side and less emphasis on Social Security. I anticipate that by the end of next year, we'll actually be at about 50-50 in terms of the cases. It is my hope that within the next 5 years, we'll actually have a significantly larger veterans practice than our current Social Security practice, because there are so many veterans right now that desperately need a helping hand to get through the very slow and complicated process that's involved in getting benefits for their disabilities in all these cases. It's easy to get the book. You just go on Amazon and look up Protect and Defend, put in my name, and you should have no trouble finding it.